Hello! Are you here from that video where I f***ed up my skincare routine? Because if you're not, go back and watch that video because this is a part 2. It's gonna be right there and right there, but right here, we're talking about the other things that I do to my face, what I put on my glorious epidermis that is a little bit less predictable. It's not something I do every single day, but it's all the little fun things that I do every now and again or when I want a little pick-me-up. Let's actually start with the under eyes. You know from my skincare routine that I told you about the eye cream that I tried using and how that went. You know how I feel about those urine sample size tubes of marketing. However, I do feel differently about eye patches, especially when I keep them in the fridge, and this is what I've been using. Wander Beauty eye patches are some of my favorite because they make me feel like a bougie Instagram model. They are inexpensive, they're $5 each, they make me feel so good. I can take a selfie while I'm wearing them, and the serum inside of these is like liquid gold. I literally wish they made this just as a serum. But when I put this in the fridge, I place it onto my under eyes, I feel fancy and I feel good. And when I want a pick-me-up, like this makes me feel better. I've spoken about them 100 times, but when I'm not doing that, I actually have been continuing to use these. They're a little bit more stiff than I would like, but as I started to kind of wash them and reuse them more, they become a little bit more flexible. So these are from Dieux. They're from Charlotte Parley. She is a TikToker and a writer, and she and a couple of other industry experts created these as reusable forever under eye masks, and I do like them. I use these mainly with my moisturizers because we know under eye creams are overpriced moisturizers, so I literally put moisturizer on my face or under these, and I just stick these on while I'm about the house. Full stop. These do not make me feel as fancy as I do with these guys, so this is what I Instagram and I use on my really bad days or my sad days. But on my regular days, when I just need something for under my eyes, this is what I do. I feel that the Wander ones hold the coldness better, so I put these in a little fridge. But if you put a moisturizer in the fridge, I suppose that works with these. But I found if I just refrigerate these patches, they come in this little tin, and if I just refrigerate these, it doesn't hit the same. So I do like these. I love that they're reusable and sustainable. That's something that I do every now and again when I'm feeling a little bit poofy. I am personally a side sleeper. Sometimes I sleep on my face, but not usually. Those who sleep on their face usually have more issues with fluid and lymphatic fluid retention in their face, but I do really like these, and if you are a face sleeper, this could work. But something else that also works really well are these Sio patches. Now you do need to apply these to dry skin. I've loved these for quite a while. Dr. Dre uses them, Alexandra Anel uses them. I really do like these. And these are the Super Eye Lift. These are actually much bigger ones, and these are more like a little bit sticky. And I really do like these on my eyeball areas. If you are trying to use these overnight, this is what I would recommend because the Dieux ones definitely fall off of your face, especially because these were the first edition and they're a little bit thicker. But these are really nice. They're very, very long, and they really just work to hold things in overnight. And especially on the chest, if you are a person who has titties, you know what I'm talking about, you know that little Y. Basically, the skin here can get really wrinkled overnight. And I don't like the neck patches. The neck and the forehead patches were pretty detrimental for me, but the actual chest patch and the eye patches, they're really, really good. And you can use these while applying your makeup as well, but I would recommend them clean skin overnight. You can reuse them like 30 times. I've gotten mine to last a little bit longer. I suppose it depends on how much you toss and turn when you sleep. I also do tie my hair up when I sleep, so maybe that has something to do with it because my hair isn't getting caught in it and like ripping them off. But I do enjoy these. They work for me. I put them on my face and I make it work. I also put these things on my face. These are some of my favorite products in the whole wide world from Sticka. I use these when I've got big pimples. These are the Sticka Killa patches. We've spoken about them before. They are micro darts, and they basically have targeted actives like salicylic acid, niacinamide, tea tree, and peptides. They go into the pimple and they dissolve, and they help get that pimple down. These are probably the fastest working ones that I've ever found. There is nothing that cures a pimple overnight. This takes down the inflammation and the redness in 4 to 6 hours. But like if you want to go through a whole healing process, you can't rush biology. It's going to take time for your face to heal overall. But these also stop me from picking at my skin. Probably my favorite pimple patches that I've used, even though I do love the Peace Out Acne dots. There's the Weekend Beauty ones that I really love. SLMD now has some that I love, but these are my tried and true. This is also amazing. Probably my favorite sheet mask to date. And it's because this isn't a traditional sheet mask, which is basically just a serum. This is a hydrogel mask. This is, again, from Sticka. It's the Press Refresh. And they are these beautiful hydrogel face masks that have this targeted graphene as well as acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid that just make my face look and feel its absolute best. Ready? It feels so good on my face. It is nice, it is soothing, it is smoothing. It makes me feel amazing. And I only do these about once a week. They're sold in a pack of like 5 or 6. They end up being like $35 for I think 5 of them, but I could not recommend these enough. And they actually stay on my face, which is also appreciated. The graphene helps things penetrate deeper. These are made for people with acne and they are made for me. I do want to say sometimes I even use these after dermaplaning. I do kind of do my face shaving routine. We're not going to talk about that in this video, but that is something that I also do. I've been using the Versed razor. I've been using these little masks, and I've actually been using like a retinol spray, but that is like a separate routine outside of my more regular routine. I have like 5 skincare routines, but that is like a special one that I do on special occasions. And if you want to know more about that one, you can find it right here or right here. Then this would not be a Cassandra Bankson skincare routine if it didn't have these 2 products in it. If you want yourself a Cassandra Bankson skincare routine, these are the main ingredients: the Succunic acid acne treatment and the Ordinary's AHA BHA peeling solution. This is the mask that you know, I know, and love. Again, I have like 5 skincare routines, and I do have a skincare routine that I use when I use this. It's changed a little bit, so if you want an updated one, happy to share. And then the Succunic acid spot treatment. Woo! I keep buying these. They're like $7.99. These work well for me. These have a trifecta of ingredients like salicylic acid and sulfur, which are medically proven to help with acne, as well as succinic acid, which is a part of the TCA and Krebs cycle that cells use to create energy. And if you disrupt that process, hypothesis is that it helps to stop the growth of bacteria, or can even reverse the process. These are amazing. They are non-drying. It's like a green little leprechaun at the bottom of a rainbow, and it blends into skin so nicely. It is a spot treatment, but sometimes I even use it as a serum if I'm having really bad breakouts, and my skin loves this. I don't recommend overusing it. If you use too much, it can kind of ball up because the succinic acid in this product is based off of corn. And so sometimes it can get, you know, like a little bit cornstarchy if you use too much, but just a light layer. And it works so well on my acne prone, blemish prone skin. And I've even been putting it on my little blackheads and my sebaceous filaments. I feel like my toner in my regular routine is better for that. And the Ordinary's AHA BHA is better for my sebaceous filaments, but this is not half bad. Also, if you have fungal acne, which does not technically exist, we have done a video on why fungal acne doesn't exist, but if you have this malassezia or Pityrosporum folliculitis, this has sulfur, so it could actually help with that condition as well. Really, really love this and can't recommend this enough. Then the actual clay face mask that I have been using and loving is from Bubble. This has got to be one of my favorite face masks. This is not a Pikachu, it's a Pokeball of magical skincare. And this right here is a wonderful grape gargantuan, like make me feel like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, why don't you? And it doesn't just blend into the skin, you have to wash it off, which is why I'm gonna have a really fun time trying to do that now. It smells amazing, it feels amazing, it's inexpensive. It actually comes with a little brush that I have then lost. It's called the Come Clean Face Mask. And the cool thing about Bubble is that they donate to mental health for teens, which I think is very important. You know that skincare is self-care to me. And I struggled a lot with my mental health in relation to how my skin made me both look and feel. And I wish that I had a brand like this that supported mental health as well as my face and made me feel really fun while using it. And I just kind of toss this around. I know people hate it when I toss products. Like, I'm sorry, I like to juggle my skincare. Some people hate that, and so I have stopped. But in my bathroom, when I'm on my own terms, when I've got this face mask on, you best believe that I be juggling my Bubble and other skincare products. In that other video, we also discussed what I do in the morning as far as a toner. I use a toning essence. These are actually little sheets called Hunji or Hanji that are from Korea, and I actually make my own sheet masks out of these. So those are super fun, and I just put toner on my face and let them sit. Is it a necessity? No. Do I do it every day? No. But when I want to feel fun, I'm gonna be honest, it's something I've been doing. And I have an entire video on how that actually works. These are like mulberry papers and mulberry cotton papers, and I basically use this as a sheet mask. I make my own sheet mask and it's great. And of course, we can't forget the Nuface. This has been a part of my routine for over a year. I have tried other like microcurrent devices. Some were disasters that made me sign up in Russian and then like took me through a ringer. I was not a fan of those, but this I definitely love. This is the Nuface Mini. This I don't think is available anymore. This was, woo, a limited edition holiday collection, but it's the mini one that I've been trying. But I actually use a Holika gel, the aloe vera gel, to use this as a conductor. You cannot use this with oils. We've actually done an entire routine on how to use a Nuface, how microcurrent works, what to know about it. So I'd recommend watching that video, but I've been using this one because it's a tiny one. I wanted to see if this one or the big Trinity one worked better. So far I've been liking this and it's less expensive, but yes, I do put this on my face. I don't do it every day like I should. The days that I don't use an exfoliant is when I use this. Sometimes I do it in the morning if I have time. Usually it's an evening thing, or sometimes I even do this when I'm watching Netflix. But I do love this. I really feel that it does help me get that kind of contoured muscle jawline, as well as a little bit of a lift right here. And it's important to me. Being a medical esthetician, I do have access to an ability to perform different treatments such as LED light therapy, there's Botox, there's microneedling, there's Sculptra, like there's a whole bunch of stuff, Crybella, etc. I have not done any of those in a very long time. It's something that I am reconsidering, not Botox per se, which again, there's nothing wrong with. I've never done a neuromodulator on myself and I don't plan to, but there are specific treatments such as medical microneedling or LED therapy or chemical peels that I've used and loved in the past and that I'm interested in doing again. So I want you to see full stop what my face is like as I'm not doing any of that and as everything has been my at-home treatments, and whether or not I go back into a derm clinic and work with dermatologists and film some of those treatments on others or on others or myself will depend, but I want you to know what my skin is like. And stop it, I know. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, is that I haven't made that decision yet. It is nobody's business but my own, but I am planning on telling you when I do because it matters to me. But this is my skin, this is what I've been doing. Haven't made those big decisions yet, but maybe I will. And overall, I do want you to remember to make the decision to stay hydrated, reapply your SPF, and always be beautiful both inside and out. I love you and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.